It wasn't just a car, it was a monster. In 1969, the Dodge Charger RT rolled out with so much raw power that it terrified its rivals and earned the nickname the Beast. And even today, this 50-year-old legend can still make modern supercars look weak. The 1969 Dodge Charger RT wasn't just built to drive, it was built to intimidate. At first glance, you're hit with its aggressive stance, long, wide, and muscular. The designers gave it hidden headlights that disappeared into a full-width grille, making it look like a predator waiting to strike. The body lines were bold and sharp, with that famous Coke bottle shape curving around the rear fenders. From the side, it looked fast, even when standing still. And then there's the rear full-length taillights that stretched across, giving it a signature glow at night. At nearly 17 feet long, the Charger was massive, but its proportions made it look like pure muscle on wheels. In 1969, there was nothing else on the road that had this kind of presence. It didn't just turn heads, it snapped necks. Of course, looks weren't enough. What made the Charger RT a true monster was what lived under the hood. Buyers in 1969 had options, but the two most legendary were the 440 Magnum V8 and the 426 HEMI V8. The 440 Magnum was already insane, pushing out 375 horsepower with brutal low-end torque that could shred tires with a single tap on the gas. But for the bravest drivers, Dodge offered the 426 HEMI, nicknamed the Elephant Engine for its size and power. The HEMI pumped out 425 horsepower and could rocket the Charger down a quarter mile in about 13.5 seconds, numbers that terrified competitors back in the late 60s. To put that in perspective, family sedans at the time needed nearly the same time just to hit 60 miles per hour. This wasn't just a car, it was a street-legal race machine. The kind of power that made your heart race, your palms sweat, and your neighbors furious. The Dodge Charger RT didn't just dominate the streets, it became a superstar. In the late 70s and 80s, millions of fans fell in love with the bright orange General Lee from the Dukes of Hazzard, a 1969 Charger that jumped rivers, crashed through barns, and always outran the law. And of course, modern audiences know it as Dominic Toretto's Charger in Fast and Furious, a car that became the ultimate symbol of family, speed, and raw muscle. Every time it appeared on screen, it stole the show. From Hollywood to drag strips, the '69 Charger wasn't just transportation, it was rebellion on wheels. It represented freedom, danger, and raw American horsepower in its purest form. As the years rolled on, the 1969 Dodge Charger RT became more than just a muscle car. It became a collector's dream. Back then, these beasts sold for just a few $1,000s. Today, a well-preserved Charger RT can go for over $150,000, and rare HEMI versions can climb past $500,000 at auction. And here's the kicker. Only a small number of HEMI RTs were ever produced, making them one of the rarest and most sought-after muscle cars in the world. For collectors, owning one isn't just about the car. It's about holding a piece of American automotive history. Every surviving '69 Charger RT is now a legend, a priceless beast that only grows more valuable with time. When the Dodge Charger RT first rolled out in 1969, it was sold as a street car. You could walk into a dealership and drive one out for around $3,500. At the time, it was just another option for adrenaline junkies. But fast forward more than 50 years, and this once affordable muscle car has transformed into a crown jewel of collectors. Today, a clean 1969 Charger RT easily pulls in six-figure prices. A standard 440 Magnum version can fetch over $120,000, while rare HEMI-powered RTs, especially those with a 4-speed manual, have sold for $300,000, even $500,000. And here's where it gets even crazier. Only 432 HEMI Chargers were ever built in 1969. Out of those, only a handful still survive in pristine condition today. That scarcity makes each surviving car a rolling fortune. Collectors don't just see them as cars anymore. They see them as investments, artifacts, and symbols of a time when Detroit ruled the world with raw horsepower. Owning one isn't just about driving, it's about holding a living piece of American history. That's why every time a '69 Charger RT crosses the auction block, the crowd holds its breath, because everyone knows they're watching a beast, a legend, and a fortune on four wheels. Now, you might be thinking, how does a car from 1969 compare to today's monsters like the Dodge Hellcat or a Lamborghini Huracan? On paper, modern supercars are faster. They've got turbochargers, computers, launch control, and electronic everything. But here's the truth. The 1969 Charger RT still holds its own in a way that no modern car can match. The Charger's 426 HEMI V8 didn't need computers. It was raw muscle, pure gasoline, fire, and steel. When you hit the gas, there were no driving modes, no traction control, just you, the machine, and whether you were brave enough to handle it. And that's what makes it special. Modern cars may be quicker, but they're predictable. The Charger? It's wild, untamed, and alive. Driving it isn't just about speed, it's about respect. Because one wrong move and this beast will remind you who's in control. So while today's supercars might win in a race, the 1969 Charger RT wins in something more important: soul. It's a car that doesn't just move you down the road, it moves you to your core. On paper, the numbers don't lie. Today's supercars are quicker, sharper, and loaded with technology. A Lamborghini Huracan can hit 60 in under 3 seconds. A Dodge Hellcat pushes out more than 700 horsepower straight from the factory. But here's the thing, power on a spec sheet doesn't tell the whole story. The 1969 Charger RT came with no driving modes, no launch control, and no computers babysitting you. What you got was a screaming 426 HEMI V8 or a brutal 440 Magnum under the hood, waiting to test your courage. Every launch, every gear shift, every roar of the exhaust, it was unpredictable, dangerous, and absolutely thrilling. Sure, a modern supercar might outrun it in a straight line, but ask any car enthusiast, which one gives you goosebumps? The Charger isn't just about speed, it's about presence. When it rumbles down the street, people stop. Necks snap, even owners of modern Lamborghinis turn their heads. That's the difference. Modern cars impress you with precision, but the Charger? It shakes your chest, it rattles your bones, it reminds you that you're alive. Driving it feels like riding a wild animal. One wrong move, and it could bite back, but tame it, and you're king of the road. So yes, today's machines might win the race, but the '69 Charger RT wins something they'll never have: soul, attitude, and legend status. Now here's the question I've got for you. If you had the keys in your hand, and in front of you sat two choices, a brand new Lamborghini Huracan with all the tech in the world, or this raw, fire-breathing 1969 Dodge Charger RT, which one are you driving home? Would you choose the modern supercar, faster, smoother, but built for comfort? Or would you take the beast, unpredictable, dangerous, but full of character and soul? Think carefully, because this is more than just a car choice. It's a statement about what kind of driver you are. Drop your answer in the comments right now, Charger or Lambo. I'll be reading every single one. The 1969 Dodge Charger RT isn't just a car, it's a beast carved into history. It proved that raw power, fearless design, and pure attitude can outlive generations. Even today, more than 50 years later, this legend still rules the road. If you felt the roar of this beast deep in your chest, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to this channel for more insane machines, and join me next time when we uncover another legend that refused to be forgotten.